Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, it's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turn 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. It's Ferrari in pole position then, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen, Massa, Perez, Grosjean and Nico Hülkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat and Sainz, Stroll, Alonso, Jolyon Palmer and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch. first position, front of the pack. Bottas is behind you. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 14 laps to go. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Okay, distance to teammate, 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. Okay, our main competitors in this race are Van Dorn and Raikkonen. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. There's 12 laps of fuel remaining. We are on target for fuel. On target. Is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. Considering switching to an alternate strategy, do you want to change or stick to plan A? Okay, some information on the signs. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Confirmed. fresh super softs. Pit window open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. 11 laps to go. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Is going to be down slightly and showing some minor wear. first position, front of the pack. Bottas is behind you. The gap behind us is 15.1 seconds. They're on old super softs. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 8 laps to go. Don't forget, pit in this lap. 7 right now. The gap is 39.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Release. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Bottas behind. The gap to the car behind is 15.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, we're not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip for a while yet. There's less tyre deg than we feared. They should last a while. Okay, the boots aren't looking too worn at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. As things stand, we'll be leading the championship. Copy. Copy that. Of fuel remaining. Our fuel load looks optimal. We're on target with fuel. up. So the gap to our teammate is 20.9 seconds. See some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes. Of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack. P1 Bottas is behind you. Our gap behind is 24.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. Of fuel remaining. We're looking good for fuel. We're hitting our target fuel consumption. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. We're happy with the current tyre condition. They should last a while yet, so don't worry about them. Degradation is pretty bad. The grip is going to fall away quickly. The gap behind is 25.4 seconds. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. Kimi's currently in P5. The time last lap was a 1:43.5. Kimi's currently in P9. The time last lap was a 1:43.5. The time last lap was a 1:43.5. This is your final lap of the race. The time last lap was a 1 minute 43.5. Bottas behind. The gap behind us is 26.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:43.6. You are in first position, front of the pack. Bottas is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 26.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. This is your final lap of the race. Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. We are on target for fuel. On target. Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. So, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. A strong race then for our championship leader. That's extended their advantage at the top of the standings. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I would say Lance Stroll. He was committed the entire race, and it's paid off with the result.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.